We're all living in a perfect storm. I've spoken about this a few times before. I've made a few posts about this, and I thought I'd do a video about it this morning. I had a pretty long chat with a client this morning. One of my cancer clients is doing very, very well, by the way, which is fantastic. But we're just talking about stress and anxiety and how that has such a big impact on our health. But before I go into any detail, I want you to think about this, and I'm sure you already know this. I talk about it a lot and you already know it. But when we live in a world where there's stress, there's anxiety, there's some depression, there's a lot of division, there's a lot of depressing stuff that's being looked at and passed around and whatnot. When that happens, there's three things the three main impacts it has on the body, and they're very, very important. The first thing that happens is our immune system shuts down, or it gets depressed greatly. Second thing that happens is our digestive system shuts down. This is why it's very hard to digest, and we get tummy troubles when we've got anxiety and we're trying to eat. It's very, very hard. We can't digest. And the third thing that happens, and these are three main things that happens. A lot of other stuff that's going on. But the third thing that happens is our ability to think, our intelligence drops by about 30%. Okay, so no immune system, or at least a severely compromised immune system. We can't digest and we can't think. This is what's leading to the perfect storm. I can almost guarantee it. I'm seeing it a lot. Now, when we say the perfect storm, why is it leading to this? Well, we don't just have to look at the mainstream media to be able to realize there's a lot of depressing news out there. There's a lot of focus on the negative. There's a lot of division. But even more than the mainstream media, if you like, and that's social media. Social media, as you probably know, is completely riddled with negativity, with depressive content, division, anxiety, and so many people who are so quick to jump on and spread the news when anything negative happens, or anything that they think is negative that's happening. Someone drops dead, it's posted all over the wall. Something happens with the government, it's posted all over your wall. There's so much negativity posted, so much focused on the negative by people that really should know difference. Now, I'm not trying to convert, I know that to a degree I'm banging my head against the wall here as far as, getting people to change, but I just want you to think about it a little bit more, because I'm sure a lot of the people posting this stuff who are quite ready to jump on and post something that backs up their narrative and their belief, and backs up how they see the world, how much of an effect that's having on the population, how much of an effect it's having on people that don't necessarily understand the impacts it has on their health. Every time you read something that's negative, every time you read something that divides you, puts you against others, creates some anxiety, just reading the text alone can have a big impact on our immune system, on our digestive system, and our ability to be able to think. Okay, I want you to really think about this. Okay, before, especially if you're in this mode of sharing this stuff, and for some reason thinking that other people don't know this is going on. The world's been a crazy place for a long, long time, way before now. There's a lot of negativity going on, always has been, always will be. That's part of life. And believe it or not, a lot of people already know this. They just don't focus on it. They don't need to. And I would question what the motive is behind actually sharing some of this stuff, as if people need to know. They already know, and posting it isn't going to make any difference. But what it is going to do is create this collective perfect storm. I promise you, this is happening. It already started happening through COVID, when there was a lot of fear spread constantly, mainstream and also via social media. And we're going to be paying for that. I can guarantee cancer rates are going to increase. They're already very high. 1 in 2 are going to die from cancer as it is now. Strokes, cardiovascular system, depression, anxiety, you name it. It's going to go through the roof. And social media isn't helping this. I know that we think, in general, there's a lot of people that think that they're actually adding some value by posting this stuff and focusing on it without really understanding the impact it's having on creating this perfect storm. It's happening, okay? And we're all collectively contributing to this happening. And I really want to try and convince you, or at least inspire you, or to get thinking about this and to stop posting this stuff. Let's start focusing on some of the positive stuff that is going on around the world. There's plenty of positive things going on in the world. It's not all bad. Never has been, never will be. But we make that decision on what we share and what we don't share. But I want you to understand the negative impact it's having on, every time you open up Facebook, you're just bombarded by all this negativity that no one needs to see. That is, like I said, each time that happens, each time someone reads a post, it stirs up something inside of them. It creates a little bit more stress, a little bit more anxiety, a little bit more depression, and also reduces their intelligence again. It knocks down their ability to think. And this just compounds and compounds and compounds. It will get to the point where we're completely distressed, we're completely depressed, full of anxiety, and we have absolutely no ability to think for ourselves. That is happening. It needs to stop. Okay? I'm seeing it. Okay, we're going to be pushing cancer rates through the roof. We're going to be pushing degenerative disease through the roof because of this. Okay? And it's not just a matter of, I see this stuff on Facebook, and I'm constantly deleting and stopping following people that are posting this stuff. And I decide, I don't read the stuff. I just quickly get rid of it, delete it. It doesn't affect me. I have very good adaptive capacity. And I guess this is the other thing too, is we have a lot of people out there that don't have very good adaptive capacity. Yeah, we have people that are very, very sensitive to stress, very, very sensitive to outside influences on them. Okay, and these issues that I'm talking about are only going to compound these issues. Yeah. Because we're not all the same. There are a lot of people that are very, very vulnerable. And I know there are people out there that for some reason get off on posting this stuff, or a lot of this stuff, and about this doom and gloom, thinking that there's been some magical way that they've come up with something that they've worked out that nobody else has. It's total nonsense. A lot of people are well aware of what's going on. Billions of people are. A lot aren't, of course. But by pumping them full of this negativity, it's not going to do anything other than put people into a much higher risk of ill health. Please think about this. You have a good day.